very ominous. So I just started Game of Thrones. I know it's crazy to believe, but I have never watched it. I've watched a couple episodes here and there, but usually it's like I walk into a buddy's house and he's watching it, or I watched a new episode, I think it was like maybe season 7 or 8, with one of my sisters when it was first coming out. I just never really had any interest in watching it. I mean, I heard it was real good, but I don't really have a good reason why I never watched it, but started watching it the other day, and I just finished season 1. Like on, we're watching it on HBO Max, or HBO, whatever it's called now, and it says 15-year anniversary. I was like, dang. Can't believe it. I remember when it was coming out, I did not think it was 15 years old. Now I feel like I'm really behind. It took me 15 years to watch one of the, some people argue, one of the best TV shows ever. But I thought it was pretty good. Season 1 at least. I mean, it's interesting. I don't know any other word to describe it. I mean, there's a lot of fucking, a lot of backstabbing, and a lot of story building. I will say, it's not just, you know, season 2 is going to be kind of like a new storyline. I definitely am getting the feel that, you know, this is going to be a very long story. I know that they're books. You know, most movies and TV shows are books, but I haven't read those either. It is interesting, in my opinion. I had heard there's a lot of sex and nudity from other people that had watched it or read the book. I'm pretty good about not getting spoiled, so I definitely was watching it and I felt like I kind of knew what was happening. I didn't know character names or even really what they looked like, so if someone said Jon Snow did this, I would be like, okay, and I wouldn't really know what to take with that information. So, but now that I kind of get who's who, some of the things that I've heard will probably make more sense now. But it is interesting, just the amount of sex and nudity in the show, and who's involved. I get that it's kind of trying to portray medieval times, what a lord and, you know, very rich citizens, how they act over the peasants, and then just how peasants acted overall. But in my opinion, it's a little bit overdone. I mean, I think they're slightly wasting screenplay when, you know, it's just random titties on the screen. But, you know, that's just my opinion. Unless, you know, all these random titty shots are gonna be some elaborate, you know, because he fucked her, he gets killed by him, you know, so, you know, it'll be interesting, you know. I could be totally off by my take on it. We shall see. Another really good show that I enjoy quite a lot, kind of has the same vibes of Game of Thrones but less magic-y, is The Last Kingdom. I know it's a Netflix original, so I think the only place you can watch it is Netflix, but it's a really good show. It is still in like the medieval times. It's Viking, early England world building, and it's, I would say, like 85% historically accurate. Like, all the people in the story are real. How their life went is not totally accurate, but kind of. They are also books that I have not read, but supposedly they're very good books. And the show, in my opinion, is also really good. So I always recommend it. The Last Kingdom. You know, that sign said the Jazz and Ribs Festival was the last Friday and Saturday of September, which was this last weekend. But why wouldn't you just put the actual date? Everyone knows the numerical system of a week. So it's like, oh, if it's on the 10th and it's on the 27th, I know I have 17 days. I'm trying to remember, is it the second to last or is it the last weekend in July, did they say? I don't know, that might be a bad take. Dang, that was quick. Took down the sign already. The festival happened this last Saturday. Today's Monday. They're quick with it. I slept weird last night. I woke up with like a kink in my neck. Just been sore all day today. I tried like massaging it and kind of like cracked my neck, and it just made it worse. This summer has gone by super quick. I remember when school was just barely getting out. I was so glad those got turned off now. This Saturday will be August 1st. School usually starts back up mid to late August. At least around, I remember. They might start school a little bit later here. Okay, bye!